That's sweet.
In New Jersey, it's a boys' club, all right, but this cooking club for men holds their meetings in the kitchen. Hitting the road never tasted so good.
Roker on the Road, next Tuesday night at 9 on Food Network.
In New York, I get a lesson in caviar from an expert. And in Philadelphia, a punk rock vegetarian gives us a peek into her very weird world. I'm Al Roker. Are you ready to ride? Hi, I'm Al Roker, and welcome to another edition of Roker on the Road, the show that celebrates people and their passion for food. And when we come back on Roker on the Road, we're going to introduce you to a punk rock anarchist vegetarian from Philadelphia. Of course, when Roker on the Road comes back. There's a whole wide world of food out there with so much room for so many different kinds of people, including the next person you're about to meet, Ms. Elizabeth Fiend. She is a punk rock vegetarian anarchist with a lot of opinions, and she's not shy about sharing them. She's got her own local television show in the city of brotherly love. She's developed a cult following, and they say seeing is believing. So get ready to believe in Elizabeth Fiend. Here at Roker on the Road, we know that we run into quirky, interesting people. Some of them, though, speed right past quirky and go straight to weird, which brings us to Elizabeth Fiend. Elizabeth's sort of hard to explain. You really need to experience her. To start with, she is a self-proclaimed anarchist food home economics educator. Say what?
I don't measure a lot of things. I don't think people need to measure things to stick to a recipe. I am very intuitive when I cook, and I really don't have to struggle with recipes. I just get a creative idea the way an artist would get an idea, and I just apply it to the food. The food is my canvas.
I'm gonna have a big tea party, and I'll invite all my physical friends.
Elizabeth is a star in her hometown of Philadelphia.
I like my food to be as colorful as my clothes.
She has her own cooking and lifestyle show called The Big Tea Party.
Anybody want a cheesesteak? Yeah, let's get a cheesesteak!
But it's not like any tea party I've ever been to, unless, of course, you count the Mad Hatter.
Today, I'm going to share with you one of my recipes for a fabulous vegan French toast.
The Big Tea Party is produced by Elizabeth and two of her friends. It's seen in the Philadelphia area on public and educational television. It is, shall we say, untraditional.
It's a tough, elastic, gray, chewy substance. Sounds delicious, doesn't it?
The buzz is that the Big Tea Party may be headed for syndicated glory. Although that's far from a done deal, Philadelphia loves La Fiend.
People like to see weird things and interesting things and different things. And also because I'm very real. You know, we have this whole thing of reality TV now, which is actually very fake. But I'm real.
On Elizabeth's road of life, she's done a lot of things. All of them reflect her eclectic interests. She has a normal job at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. But she's also an artist. She grows her own herbs and vegetables. And she's been in a punk band. But the Fiend TV mystique is built around food.
Dip the edges of the bread into some soy milk. Spread the mixture evenly.
She's a vegetarian. No meat has ever seen the inside of her kitchen, which, by the way, is where she shoots her program. Her recipes won't be found in any cookbook. They're all uniquely hers. Like this vegetarian Philadelphia cheesesteak that uses wheat gluten, which you can get in a health food store as a meat substitute.
Wheat gluten is also called seitan, and it's an ancient food that was invented by Buddhist monks who were looking for a high-protein, chewy food that is cheap and easy to make.
Her show is sprinkled with lots of tips like this.
If you put your garlic in at the very beginning, you never have to worry about it being too strong or your breath smelling like garlic.
Many of which are enhanced with odd little captions. Bizarre.
Let it rest in the bowl for 5 minutes.
So just where does she get the ideas for her show?
I just get a creative idea the way an artist would get an idea, and I just apply it to the food. The food is my canvas.
Like some other cooking shows, Elizabeth occasionally strays from the kitchen and shares some of her crafty ideas with viewers. Like this faux leather coat she decorated, or this painting that was hanging here among the other examples of her artwork. It's done on a terry cloth towel that she found at a thrift store. But we've saved the best of Elizabeth for last. Her piste de resistance, a snack food, no-bake cake she designed when fans of the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles had Super Bowl dreams.
This has been something that's been in my mind since I was born, but I didn't enact it because I didn't have the guts.
This cake is made up of snack food cakes, any kind you like, and as many layers as you dare. In fact, Elizabeth is using 2 layers with cherry pie filling between them. Next, she's going to ice it with Cool Whip that she's added food coloring to so that it'll look like the green of a football stadium.
And then I top the cake with cake toppers, which are my fantasy football league, which are football players against the ballerinas.
And the best trick of all, no icing mess.
I put a small piece of wax paper around all the edges of the cake plate, and I build my cake on top of the wax paper. And when I'm done, I pull the wax paper out like a magician does with a tablecloth. And what that does is let you have a totally clean cake plate and a really nice cake presentation. I'm just me, and I don't have any regrets. There's nothing I would change in the past. I'm just doing what I like to do, and I'm doing it because I like to do it.
I have got to get the name of her designer. Well, that's it for this edition of Roker on the Road. I'm Al Roker. Until next time, enjoy the ride. But if you must drink and drive, make it a vanilla milkshake.